third international conference with the theme Crop Improvement for Food Security, Sustainable Agricultural System and Environment. Grace V. Igbos.
Paradigms drive back. If you don't optimize this, you will not get the results. So you can be doing all the paradigms drive back. If you don't optimize this, you will not get the results.
The third annual conference of this great association, looking back from how we started since 2020 till date. And I'm very happy of the achievement the association has done, and most remarkably, it's the only association that gives student travel grants to young scientists, which inspires them to do more, because an association without the younger ones means there is no continuity or sustainability. So with that as a backbone, it means that this association has come to stay and are able to improve and encourage young scientists to also do more.
We know that basically your work involves research. How have the association, put that into consideration as they are training these young ones, so that we have more improved varieties of some of these plants that can reduce, especially food shortage in our country?
Yeah, so thank you very much for that wonderful question. Plant breeding is the bedrock of, food security and, sustainable agriculture. So the association has done a lot of by releasing a lot of improved crop varieties by a lot of scientists. I was privileged as one of them to have also spearheaded, first of all, the striga resistant and drought tolerant maize hybrids, wide with IITA. And also, when I moved on to the African Agricultural Technology Foundation, I was one of those that spearheaded the commercialization and development of the first transgenic food crop called border-resistant cowpea, which has actually had improved the yield of farmers from 0.4 tons per hectare to over 2 tons per hectare, depending on good agronomic practices that has actually been put in place. That being done, apart from these two food crops I've also mentioned, a lot of crop varieties like that of cassava, yam has actually been also developed by members of this association, and one of them recently received the 2025 African World Food Wallet. So this is some of the things that once the young one says they're encouraged and inspired, because this was one of the things that inspired me to be able to get to where I am.
Before we let you go, the issue of GMO have been generating a lot of culture, and you are authority in that aspect, or you are dealing with rabbits. What's your reaction towards this?
Thank you very much. I think in that regarding the genetically modified food crops, I'm talking as an experienced plant breeder of all technologies, and then I'm bringing in experience from both the regulatory science, the field-based research, and also the lab. And I want to tell you that this is the most regulated product, because right from the onset, you have to work with the biosafety agencies in the different countries to make sure, and they come to see what is being done. So this is actually the most safe food product to actually, consume. And before those varieties are released out there, a lot of tests are being done, the non-target test, and to make sure that there are no new gene you're introducing apart from the gene of interest. So the people that are actually spearheading I call it the lies about the GMO, is actually for commercial purpose, is not on research base, because it's commercial. The information they're giving you is business based and not commercial. For instance, the fourth border-resistant cowpea that I talked about, we have been able to reduce insect spray from 2 to 8. Initially, farmers, when they cultivate cowpea, they had to spray their field, depending on the infestation of the insects, every week. And they can spray up to 6 to 8 times, even 10 times if they want to get anything. But with the invention of this product, the yield has increased and the insect spray has reduced to just 2. So imagine the cost they have saved by not using those chemicals again from 8 spray to 2 spray. And the people that are actually doing that, the business people, the chemical companies are going to come after it. So this is what really like business. But we are also looking at it that how can we also increase productivity per unit area of land and without increasing our arable land. So it has come to stay, and I think I would encourage everyone to embrace it and for us to be food secure.
Thank you.
And prior to that, I worked at the Cocoa Research Institute of Research Institute of Nigeria, where I was in charge of the cocoa research program, as well as the cocoa cultivar new variety. So, talking in terms of my career track, I started at the Cocoa Research Institute of Nigeria before I moved to the University of Calabar.
So we discovered that last season the cocoa price was high. The cocoa price was high to the happiness of the farmers. This year, are we going to see it like that?
Yes, actually, the sharp increase in cocoa prices, global market cocoa price, started about 3 years ago. And this is because of the huge decline in the cocoa volume pushed out to the world market. So, and that really, actually, it went from about $2,000 per ton to about $12,000 US. So, and you can tell how big, that huge that difference. So that was responsible for it. And now this year it's going to follow that trend, but it might not be as dramatic as it was last year, but it's still good. I mean, from 2,000 to 9,000, 10,000, that's not bad.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Just to a little bit of clarification, how can improved variety of this cocoa particularly be that we can have it within a short time, so that this gap of producing within just maybe like a period of
crop protectionist agronomist, where we meet and share ideas, and what comes out at the end of this is that we can be able to see what are our partners doing with respect to crop improvement and where can we key in. The seed system specialists are here, the plant breeders are here, so at the end of the day we can have a resilient, robust breeded plant varieties.
Good afternoon. Can we know you formally? My name is Professor Chidozie Egesi. I'm the president of the Nigerian Plant Breeders Association, but I'm also, what I do every day as work is I'm the executive director CEO of the National Root Crops Research Institute, NRCRI, Modike, Nigeria.
Well, fine. Able President. So what's your overview of this third international conference? The Nigerian Plant Breeders Association. What's your about?
So, this is our third conference, the Nigerian Plant Breeders Association, for short NPBA. What do? We are an association of everybody, including plant breeders particularly, but also everybody who is involved in crop improvement. And it's about, you all know about crop improvement, so let me not define that. So crop improvement in Nigeria. But we are an affiliate member of the Africa Plant Breeders Association, Africa-wide. So we have different chapters in different countries. And Nigeria, as you know, is one of the largest associations in Africa and very influential in determining how the other ones run. So people look up to us. But this year we have our theme, crop improvement, food security, sustainability, agricultural systems and the environment as our theme for the year. We are 5-year-old, but this is our very third consecutive conference. Every year it has been getting better. So this is, I must say, this is our best so far, and we have our hall full. Like you can see, we have at least up to 300 people plus in the hall attending this conference from all over Nigeria. But we have people that came from Kenya, Zambia, Ghana, and the US. They all came to join us. And then we also, it's a hybrid event. So you see that we connected it to Zoom. A lot more people joined virtually from Japan and other parts of the world. So we are excited because here we exchange idea, knowledge about the new developments in crop improvement. And some of the achievements we've held in the last year is we've been involved in a lot of crop variety releases. For sorghum, cassava, yam, cowpea, maize, rice, and so on and so forth.